Yes, so he was born in an unknown village in the deepest parts of the Brazilian jungle. Everything was kind of normal for him until he reached the age of 5, when this mysterious man enters the village and says from, "You are coming with me, you are now the next guardian of
El Dorado, was it not?
El Dorado."
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was just that simple. The gods gave the previous guardian guidelines, so the next one is ready, go get him.
Okay.
And yeah, from the age of 5, of course, being grow up in those villages, they always speak about the old gods and cultures and blah blah blah. So yes, for them it was normal. Oh, he's a chosen one. Here he is. Throw him at him.
Okay.
Not literally, of course.
You want fries with that chosen one?
Fries? You want some corn with that chosen one?
So yes, at the age of 5 he was chosen. Okay, continue.
Yes, and then he was taken to the sacred place of initiation, and then he started his training
Okay.
of how to become the guardian of the jungle and El Dorado.
I'm like noting down for the last thing, like from the age of 5 he was trained to be a warrior.
Yes.
More or less, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, warlike mentality.
Shadow of the jungle.
No, Ramsey.
Warrior born.
Yes?
Ramsey.
Yes?
An aspect should be warlike mentality.
Warlike mentality? Yeah, maybe. But let me first tell you what I wrote down, in case I missed something. So, he was born in the Brazilian Amazons in a remote little village cut off from civilization. And one day he was chosen to become a guardian of El Dorado. And from that day, the age of 5, he was trained to be a warrior. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as he was potty trained, he took him with him.
I think I think maybe his first aspect should be destined guardian of El Dorado or something.
Yeah.
What does the rest think?
Maybe.
Destiny?
Well,
He has responsibilities.
what? Yes, he's got responsibilities. And what positives can you get from being a destined guardian of El Dorado?
For instance, you could be, I can't die here, I have a destiny to fulfill. Reroll on your not dying roll. For instance.
Alright. And you can also say, because you're the destined guardian of El Dorado, you occasionally are called back because
Negative.
somebody's poking around.
Yes.
You need to kill that, explorer because he's too close to El Dorado. Okay, sure.
So, what do you
Done
think,
and
Dries?
done.
Destined guardian of El Dorado, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
You can also tag the guardian bit You can also tag the guardian bit to be a little bit more defensively fighting stuff. Anyway,
Second aspect.
for the second birth aspect, I would say something like jungle savage.
I would call him more.
Educated savage.
I would actually
Yeah.
call him more the shadow of the jungle.
Shadow of the Jungle?
Okay, and
I'm not certain that's a good name for an aspect, though. I'll just tell you about him.
what? Yeah, I mean, what does it say? What does it do?
Yeah. It doesn't just need to sound cool, it also needs to, like, tell you something about the character.
Okay.
I know something.
Wait.
How about jungle hunter?
The thing is, he gets his initiation. There are many gods, and he has to choose his prime god. And he chose Yum-Kaax, if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Let me put it into Skype.
Anyway, you chose the panther god who sneaks through the jungle, right?
No, Yum-Kaax is the lore of the Lord of the Jungle, God of wild plants, animals, and the hunt.
You know what I would call that then? I would call that maybe blessed by the God of the Jungle or something.
We are still evading the issue that Dries' character is someone who has lived in the jungle all his life and has no clue about civilization.
You're right. Dries, how about we leave the whole choosing his god for phase 2?
Yes,
Okay,
because
good.
you won't be
yes.
doing... Because your character will not be fighting in the Great War, I think.
I think Jungle Savage. Savage is negative, but then we got Jungle Savage, so you know your way around the wild. So that's positive and
Lord
negative.
of the Jungle.
Lord of the Jungle.
No, he's not Lord
I
of the
think I-
Jungle.
Okay, but Jungle Savage, good. I like
Ooh,
that one.
Guardian of El Dorado, Master of the Jungle.
No, that's too positive. Jungle Savage.
Okay, Jungle Savage it is.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And there are situations in which being a savage is an advantage.
Yes.
Yes.
I savagely attack him.
Yeah, there we go. I'm a savage.
If you see
Okay.
me, it's too late.
Stuff like
I
that, yes.
like it. And what's the name of your character, by the way?
I just gonna call him Miguel.
That's not a
although
very
that's not
heroic
really
name.
that. I know he doesn't need
listen.
an heroic name. It's
I know him. I know
it is
him. I know
more
him.
like
His
nobody's
heroic-
supposed to know he exists. But
He is the shadow that kills.
Or like Dries said, the Shadow Jungle.
Yes.
And then we get to call him the Shadow. We now have the Shadow in our group. Cool.
Shadow.
we're gonna call him Shadow of the Jungle. Everybody, all in favor?
hey,
I.
There we go. All opposed?
nay.
Well, only Dries is opposed. So even though it's his character, it's a proof that he's called Shadow of the Jungle. But his regular name is like Miguel or something.
Yeah.
Or we can
Or
call him
more like a
Panther.
tribal for Brazilian. I don't know.
Yeah, probably
Oh,
McDowell's
Miguel
maybe
is
like
a-
your modern nickname or something.
Yes, because your tribal nickname is actually unpronounceable to Western fellows.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
But I like Shadow of the Jungle, and it actually
Miguel.
it fits a Mayan character because a lot of those Mayan names I've seen, like the gods, are just like literary description of what they are. It just sounds
I like.
cool and mysterious because it's in a language we don't understand.
Like German.
No, not like German. Anyway, I think that was up next.
No
You
moment.
got anything you can work with?
Well, I started with the name. First of all, I'm thinking Dr. Soren Stoltz.
Dr. Stoltz.
And
Sounds evil.
Stoltz. Thank you. That would be okay. Sorry.
That's already a good
what
aspect.
kind of-
Sounds evil. Everybody thinks you're evil.
I like
But
it.
you're
Ooh,
probably
okay,
not.
Sure. Look up. Yes. He was born into a rich family, a rich noble Prussian county aristocracy. Damn, my tongue does not work.
Prussian
Basically, nobleman. So he had to do his time in the military, in the army, as is the German. Way too fast.
He's too young.
Right.
You don't
too
put
young.
an 8-year-old in the military.
No, but it was expected of him. Anyway, so let's see,
His
military
family had great
upbringing.
expectations.
Yes, of course. And they found out that science was Soren's passion and that he was very good at it. So, brilliant mind, he was sent to college? Yeah, the best college around, and he flourished in all manner of science. As, let's see, what else can we tell about him? Sounds evil. which led some to worry because the Stoltz family had a history, or the Stoltz family scientists had a history of pushing the envelope a little too far. Experiments that were dubious but very productive. Let's keep it at that. So yes, 14 years old. That's about enough. Any questions?
Okay. I'm gonna give you first what I wrote down. He was born into a Prussian family. His family had great expectations of him. It was found out he was good at science! I wrote that in capital letters. Unfortunately...
How else do you write it?
Yes. That's how you should write it. But unfortunately, Stoltz scientists had a bit of a dark reputation for unethical experiments. Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Right. Okay.
No.
Cool. First aspect, maybe Prussian noble.
Yes.
That's
kind
of obvious, I think.
Once you have an aspect that is a little bit bland, it helps putting a word in it, a flashy word such as stoic Prussian nobility, or prideful nobility, or demanding Prussian nobility.
What do you want?
What do you think? What do the others think fits best?
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Silence.
Okay. So, excuse me.
Something Prussian noble.
Something Prussian noble. Prussian.
Is
like
it Prussian? I always call
P
it
in
Prussian
front.
for some reason. But yeah, it's two S's, so it's probably Prussian.
Mitasova.
What do you say, Richard?
Mitasova.
What?
And what does that word mean?
I have no idea.
What are you talking about?
The last name.
Okay.
Okay.
You said you wanted a word that's Prussian. I remember that word. I have no idea what it means.
Whatever.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Something Prussian nobility. I'll write it down in a bit. And the second one was for science.
You know what? Maybe we should Prussian noble. Maybe something put in there with a bad reputation.
Oh yes.
Disreputable Prussian noble? No, that's too negative.
Yeah.
I think.
Ooh, that is.
Disreputable. That's too negative. I think.
Blamage, flawed.
Crap.
Haughty, overworking, Prussian nobility that works to clear their name.
No, that's too long.
No. Yeah, indeed. Okay, we'll just put that on the writing board and figure out what we're going to do with that next. Something will turn up once I stop talking.
Oh crap.
Ooh, haunted.
I knew something. Oh crap. You know what? We will get back to that. But I'm gonna. We need something that relates to the dark reputation.
And for science, I would go for mad science. Oh, not mad science. Slightly less sane science.
Do you want me to write down for slightly less sane science?
Yes.
That's stupid.
Alright. Then it will go mad science.
For dangerous science.
Oh, I know. Mad within quotation marks. No, not quotation marks. Brackets.
I have.
Or just go out full out mad science.
Discovery requires experimentation.
Now,
tell
me how much this hurts.
I have one for your unethical ways of doing things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The voices in my head made me do it.
That's maybe a little too much.
No. For progress. No, I know something. If you need to scramble an egg, something gets broken.
I actually think that something like that is left best for like maybe a next phase, because at this phase he's still a kid. Is he gonna be that messed up at that young age already?
No. He's just going, ooh, science.
Maybe I should just write that down. Ooh, science.
Okay, go for it. Science. Here's the ultimate pulpy aspect. Science solves everything.
Actually, yeah. And I'm gonna put it between quotation marks so it's like something he says.
Yeah, good. Ooh, science. Or
What is it? Science solves everything, or what?
I think science solves everything works best, don't you think?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
So
explanation. Whatever. Yeah.
3 exclamation marks, because 5 is insane.
No, according to Terry Pratchett, 2 is insane too. So I'm gonna put in 2 exclamation marks.
Huh. I haven't read The Masquerade in ages, so yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember when that came up. I just remembered that phrase that he says that's insane.
That's actually in The Masquerade. I love that book. Anyway, moving on. I like my thingies, my aspects.
Ooh, maybe first aspect, disturbed Prussian noble.
Ooh. Yeah. I like it. Then I can invent all the strange. I can go, what? What? You do not slap the maid. Sorry, wrong accent. Something like, I can invent all manner of strange rituals which are common for my family.
Wow. I kind of think this is gonna be a slightly unethical group.
Doesn't have to be.
Anyway, yeah, thank you. That's gonna be Dr. Soren Stoltz then. Yeah, really sounds like a bad guy.
We need to work on that. So that
Do not worry, Fraulein. These experiments will be over shortly. Stuff like that. Exactly. Maybe that should be one of your aspects, maniacal laugh.
No.
That's actually in my prep, maniacal laugh. Practicing his maniacal laugh.
I like it, but I think we'll keep maniacal laugh maybe for your novel or something.
Yes, let's go.
When you're like scaring bad guys with your laugh, a la The Shadow.
Yes, Richard.
I was thinking of, instead of maniacal laugh, one of his aspects would be he has to have a furless kitty and a pinky to his mouth.
That's too much.
Oh, come on. It'd be awesome.
Also, it's also to 1990s to work.
I think more 1960s, because Dr. Evil, if I remember correctly, is actually based on 1960s Bond villains. Especially Dr. No,
right.
I think.
In other words, it's too far in the future.
Yes.
All right, next phase.
Yeah, but it'd still be funny.
No, next up it's Richard's phase 1.
Exactly. That's what I said.
No, you said next phase, and you mean next character.
And who's doing his first phase? I'm going to shut up now.
Yes, shut up. You're rambling. Yes, Richard?
Oh, nothing. I wasn't saying anything.
You're supposed to say something. It's your turn.
I know it is. Alright, so we have Professor William Hex.
Okay.
Professor William Hex was an orphan.
Okay. That's
No
different.
idea who his parents were.
Okay.
And honestly hasn't really given it much thought because he liked his foster parents. They're pretty cool.
Okay,
And-
I was an orphan with a good foster home. Okay.
Yeah, and one of his foster parents was the original Professor Hex, Professor Jonah Hex.
Ah!
who carried a 6-shooter with him at all times that was engraved with all sorts of weird symbols. And William never really liked the gun, but he liked the idea of the weird symbols and began to study them in secret for a while before finally his foster dad, Jonah, caught him one day with his books and studying the symbols and found that he actually had a knack for them and was pretty good with them. So he taught William what they meant. And so William began to start experimenting with these weird symbols. They were called hexes. And
Like when he was still a kid?
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's how, Jonah was the centurion before William. That was of the hexes. But with all the new advances, William decided that maybe he could incorporate this hex stuff with technology. And so he began to use it with like small little radios and things like that.
When he was, let's say, 12 or younger. Just wanna...
No. This was a little
then you're
bit
moving
later
too
on.
quickly. Because remember, you're not supposed to go farther than 1914 in this phase, okay?
14 years old then.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
technically 13. No older than 13. So actually, best not to go beyond his 12-year-old.
Okay, yeah. So basically, at that point, he would be studying what the hexes meant and learning about magic.
And let's say that his father only revealed that he was a centurion, like during the Great War, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay. When he thought he was old enough to know and shit.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds good. So what I wrote down is that he was an orphan with a good foster home. His foster father was Jonah Hex, who had a magic 6-shooter, and he secretly studied the gun and the symbols on the gun to learn more about magic. Okay, right? Okay.
Yep.
There we go. What?
Secretly studies dark secrets.
Secretly studies dark secrets.
No, has a fascination for dark secrets. There's a
Okay.
difference.
Fascination for dark secrets. You're going
Fascinated
so
with
going
dark
to-
secrets.
You're so going to worship Cthulhu after this adventure.
Wow, and you're already gonna get along with Ferdinand Faustin because he also has something related to that.
Ooh, I have an idea.
We're gonna have a
science.
secret mystery delving team of some sort. Bring
I'm
on
not
the lost
going to
temples.
Yeah, I'm not going to worship Cthulhu. Cthulhu is going to be my bitch.
No.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it is funny how you bring that up because most of the magic presented in Spirit of the Century has a little, well, let's say, nasty side effects if you do them wrong. Which are akin to, Cthulhu type magic. So yeah.
Alright.
Okay, fascinated with dark secrets and what else can we do? Maybe something about him being an orphan?
Wow.
Crap. You're not giving us much to work with besides the magic thing.
What do you mean?
How about All Alone in the World?
No, because he had a good foster home.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I know a thing. something that reflects the good relationship he has with his father, so that if once dad gets into trouble, you can go to his rescue and stuff.
Well, his dad's probably dead now, so that's not gonna be a good aspect.
Well, Richard.
Because you know what happened to the last generation of Centurions.
See,
they're not around anymore.
Oh, I'm. So, Richard, where did your fella study? School.
Oh, I know something.
Didn't really...
I know something.
Okay.
Yes.
He inherited all sorts of weird stuff from his father, and that's actually a handy aspect to have.
Yes.
It can make you go, oh, let's just see what's in my dad's library.
Indeed. And since it's weird stuff, you can also find Terminator robots.
Sweet.
I'm gonna write down inheritor of...
How about this? Weird inheritance.
Okay. Weird arcane inheritance? No. Yeah, we're gonna leave it for weird inheritance for now.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what that means, so no no problem.
Yeah, that's also very good and very important on aspects. Be clear what it means.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you make an aspect which sounds totally awesome, is short and sweet, but everybody goes, but what does it mean?
Weird inheritance, for instance, can also be a negative thing when one day you get a call going like, yeah, remember that one thing in your dad's library and we never found out what it does? It's doing something now, help! For instance.
Or something like that. You get a call and says, excuse me, Mr. Hex? Yes, your mummy is carrying my customs. Would you please remove him?
Mummy. Yeah, I like that. I think I want a mummy to be in that inheritance. I like that.
There is now. A mummy minion.
Mummy minion. I like
this
it.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, weird inheritance.
No, Richard. This isn't going to be interesting. It's going to be freaking hilarious.
Okay, I like it. Cool. So, I think we've taken care of everybody's phase 1, correct?
Phase 1 is completed.
Okay. Next up, it's phase 2, the Great War, and getting into the Century Club and stuff like that. Okay. I'm up first. So, shortly after the death of her grandfather, the now teenage Samantha learned that Magnus Evildo had traveled to Europe to secretly sell fuel to the Germans. Seeing her chance for vengeance and to reveal him for the treacherous rat that he was, Samantha set in the pursuit. After briefly helping the Allies fighting the Central Powers, she managed to locate Evildo, but unfortunately she had to contend with his fearsome bodyguard, the giant of a Chinaman known as Humongo. Not only was he simply enormous, but he even knew Kung Fu. Unable to overcome such a foe, Samantha was forced to flee, severely wounding her pride. And eventually, after roaming the French countryside for months, she met a strange old Chinese gentleman who claimed he could teach her how to defeat Humongo. First, she didn't take the small bearded man very seriously, but after he demonstrated that he could dodge every attack she threw at him with the greatest of ease, Samantha decided to hear him out.